So welcome to your yoga class today. Hopefully you're feeling good, you've had a good week so far. Most importantly, just listen to your body and how your body feels. We've got a mixed class today, so some core work, some hip work, but also some mobility work to start off with to get us nice and open and mobilised. Listen to the body. If you need to come to child's place at any point, please do so, and then also if you want to do any modifications, know when to challenge yourself, but also know when to ease off and let go. So coming to the top of your mat, bringing the feet roughly hip width distance apart, and softening into the knees, and then bring the arms down beside you with the palms facing up. So starting in our standing position today, but bring as much softness here as you can. And then close down the eyes or soften the gaze, whichever's most comfortable for you. And then think about that softness through the knees, softness through the lower back, and feel a sense that you're grounding down. So we're nice and stable here. And then just find your balance. So bring some movement forwards and back. So you find your point of balance, your center. Good, and then come to stillness. And then just scan the body. Notice what's going on physically, emotionally, mentally. Not attach yourself to whatever's going on, but just acknowledge it. And then physically, if you're feeling any areas of tension, stickiness, or perhaps where the breath might be stuck, consciously breathe into that area. So often when we have that tightness, stickiness, we avoid breathing into it, but the breath is so important to help ease tension, calm the nervous system. So as you inhale, imagine you're filling a balloon into those areas. Good. And then we're going to connect to our breath. So as you inhale, imagine the tummy is like a balloon and you're inflating it up, feeling a sense of expansion, not just in the tummy, but the whole of the body. Then the exhale, soften and release. Good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. So breathing in for a count of 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So continuing this, inhale for 4, exhale for 6. Good. Just staying here for a little bit longer, really finding that breath connection, grounding down. Good. Soften the jaw, the teeth slightly part away from each other. Good. And then slowly opening the eyes. So starting with our mobility through our neck. So I'm gonna turn face on so you can see what I'm gonna do. So what we want to do is flex into the neck, but often when we flex into the neck, we also come into flexion through the upper spine as well. So it's literally the chin tucked towards the chest, okay? Squeeze the hands into fists, squeeze the tummy, squeeze the legs and the glutes, so we're nice and firm here. And then imagine you're dragging the chin along the left collarbone. Once you take it all the way across the collarbone, imagine you're taking your left ear back. Good. And then start to take the head back as we gaze up towards the ceiling. Keep everything nice and tight, super supportive through the core. Imagine you're taking the right ear behind the right shoulder. Chin draws towards the right underarm, and then drag the chin along the right collarbone. One more time like that, to the left. Moving really slowly, keeping everything still and trying to isolate the neck. So we don't want the torso to move here. Good. Once you draw the chin towards the chest, taking in the opposite direction. So dragging the chin along the left collarbone. Good. And then right ear comes behind the right shoulder. As we take the head back, easing any clicks, cracks out. Left ear behind the left shoulder. chin towards the left underarm, dragging the chin across the left collarbone. One more time. Moving slowly with that control, but we want that strength through the rest of the body to keep us as stable as possible. Good. And then once your chin comes to the chest, bring the head back to center. So coming into our shoulders now. So isolate the body again. Isolate the shoulder. So we start with the right shoulder. So squeeze the tummy, squeeze the glutes, lift through the front thighs, squeeze the left arm. Good. Bring the right palm to the outside of the right thigh. We're then going to take the right arm to the center of the body. Good. Then reach the palm up to the arm up towards the ceiling, coming into our flexion. Keep squeezing. Imagine you're moving your right arm through treacle, so it's nice and controlled. Then we're going to spin the palm out. Then release the arm back behind us, keeping the torso still, not allowing the torso to drag with you. Good. And then we're going to flip the palm back towards the legs and then pause here and then reverse. Take the arm back, flip the palm out, reach the arm all the way up overhead, squeeze, 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 flip the palm in, then imagine your karate chopping across the body. Good. And then bring the arm back to the side. One more time like that. Bring the arm across the body, reach up, flexing into that shoulder, squeeze the arm, squeeze the chest as we flip the palm out. Bring the arm all the way behind us, isolating that shoulder joint. Good, then flip the palm in as we bring that arm behind, down next to us. Good, one more time in the opposite direction. Coming into our shoulder extension, flip the palm out. Reach the arm up all the way overhead, squeeze, keep that control as we flip the palm in. Good, then imagine you're karate chopping the arm across the body, keeping everything squeezing. Good, then bring that arm back next to you. Changing sides. Squeeze the right hand, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the tummy. Left palm comes to the outside of the left leg. Good, squeeze that left arm towards the center, palm facing in. Reaching up, moving really slowly with control, coming into our shoulder flexion. Then spin the palm open. Good. Then taking that arm all the way behind us. Good. Flip the palm in towards the thigh. Then the arm comes down next to you. Good. Reversing that. Take the arm behind you. Flip the palm open as we reach all the way up. Try not to let the torso move. Flip the palm in. At the top, as we exhale, karate chop that left arm in towards the center and then back down. One more time. Good. Bring the arm in, palm facing in. Flexing through that shoulder joint, keeping everything nice and still. Spinning that palm open. Taking the arm into internal rotation behind. Flip the palm towards the leg, towards the body, and then pause here. Good. In the opposite direction. Extending through that shoulder. Flip the palm open, squeeze everything, the whole of the body is active as we reach that arm up. Flip the palm towards the body as we then slowly bring the arm through center. So just getting that shoulder nice and mobilized and isolated. Good. And then give the arms a shake. Now for the spine. So cross the hands, bringing hands to opposite shoulders. Soften the knees, feet roughly hip width distance apart. And then here, tuck the chin and imagine you're squeezing the elbows toward the tummy. And then draw the elbows towards the left foot, the left foot. Then imagine you're taking left shoulder, so we're coming into lateral flexion. As we then take the spine through extension, lift the chest. Good. Right shoulder towards the right foot. Elbows towards the right foot in our rotation, then the elbows towards the tummy. One more time like that. Coming into our rotation as we take the elbows to the outside of the left foot. Then we come to lateral flexion, left shoulder, left foot as we take the spine all the way back into extension. Good. Right shoulder, right foot. Coming into our rotation, elbows towards the right foot. And then finishing in our spinal flexion. Good, coming to the opposite side. Elbows towards the right foot. Right shoulder, right foot, flexion, lateral flexion. Coming to our spinal extension as we take the left shoulder outside of the left foot. Elbows towards the outside of the left foot in our rotation. Then flexing through center. One more time. Finding our rotation. Right shoulder, right foot, lateral flexion. Finding our spinal extension as we bring the left shoulder to the left foot. Elbows, left foot. And then finally our spinal flexion. And then rolling all the way up. Releasing the hands. Good. Giving everything a shake. Well done. So coming to the back of the mat, we're going to roll down, coming through to our plank walk. So soften the knees, tuck the chin, arms are nice and heavy, scoop the tummy in and slowly curve all the way down. Keep the knees bent. Good. Soften the knees, arms are heavy, head is heavy. Good. Once the hands touch the mat, begin to walk the hands into our plank. Good. Pause in your plank, find your stability, so pressing into the hands, squeeze the tummy, squeeze the upper thighs and the glutes. Then we're going to step the right foot outside the right hand, squeeze the inner thighs together. As we inhale, find that rotation as we twist open towards the right. Active through that left leg, keep pressing into the left hand so we're strong through the shoulder. Exhale, release the right hand down. Step the right foot back to plank, left foot comes forwards. Ground down through the right hand. As we inhale, lift that left arm open. Find that rotation. Squeeze the glutes. Good. Exhale, release that left hand down. Come back to plank. Hinge at the hips as we come to a brief down dog. Bend the knees and then walk the hands all the way back towards the feet. Coming up on the inhale, unless you have low blood pressure, in which case come up on the exhale, but keep squeezing the glutes. Good, all the way unraveling the spine. Keep the tummy drawing in. Coming back up to standing. Good, we'll go again. So tuck the chin, soften the knees as we float down. Good, keep the belly drawing in. Nice and heavy as soon as the hands touch the mat. Walk the hands all the way to our plank. Good. And then we're going to step the left foot outside the left hand. Go around the right hand as we find that rotation. Good. Squeeze the glutes. Lift that left arm up. Release the left hand down. Step back to plank. Right foot comes forwards. Inhale, find that rotation. Keep everything nice and solid through the rest of the body. Squeeze everything. Exhale, release. Step back, plank. Hinge the hips up, bend the knees, walk back. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Keep the knees bent, slowly rise on the inhale or low blood pressure come up with the exhale. Good. Well done, coming all the way up. Last time, tuck the chin as we soften the knees, slowly rolling down. Keep the knees nice and soft, chin tucked. Scoop the belly in, hands come down as we walk forwards to our plank. This time, step forwards first with your less dominant leg. So in my case, my left side is my less dominant. So step forwards with the less dominant, ground the hand down as we reach the arm up, squeeze inner thighs, squeeze the glutes, release the hand down, step back to plank, step the opposite leg forwards, inhale, find that rotation. Exhale, release, step back, plank. Good. Coming into our core work. So we're coming into a few plank variations. So find your base first. Any of these can be done on the knees. So if you want to start in full plank and then come down to the knees, please do so. Or if you want to start on your knees. So think about that tummy drawing in. And we're going to start with our shoulder taps. So bring the feet a little bit wider to have a little bit more stability. Keeping the hips as still as you can. Squeeze the glutes. Left shoulder comes to the right. No, left hand comes to the right shoulder. Control it on the way up. Control it on the way down. Right hand, left shoulder. And down. Good. Keep changing sides. Keeping the hips as still as you can. Strong through the shoulders, so almost think angry cat through the shoulders. Good. Remembering to breathe. Tummy keeps drawing in. Good. 2 more either side. That's it. Squeeze the glutes. Nice. Once you've done your 2, release the knees, untuck the toes. Bring the shoulders slightly over the wrists, and as we exhale, elbows come in, lower all the way down to our tummy. Squeeze the tummy, squeeze the glutes. Once you get down, press the tops of the feet, the pubic bone down, squeeze the glutes. Inhale, come to our baby cobra. Lifting the hands, tucking the chin slightly. Exhale to release down. Inhale to press back onto the knees. Tuck the toes and exhale our downward facing dog. Just briefly here, bend the knees. And then as we inhale, come forwards to our plank. Good. Second set, we're coming into our toe taps. So bring the feet together, press into the hands. Imagine you're drawing the hands to the center so we're nice and strong. Midline is active. Lift the left leg up, flex the foot, squeeze the glutes. Take the left leg out, tap it down, lift it back up, bring it in, squeeze the glutes and release. Change side, right leg lifts, squeeze, take it out, tap down, lift, squeeze in. Good, keep alternating, but with that control through the glutes. Good, breathing, feeling that heat build within the body. 2 more either side. Good. And then once you've done your 2, knees down, untuck the toes, exhaling, coming all the way down. Press the tops of the feet, pubic bone in. Inhale, come to a baby cobra, broaden through the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, release down. Inhale, coming onto our knees, tuck the toes, exhale, downward facing dog. Good. And then here, just bring a little bit of movement. So tuck the tummy in, and then bend and straighten through one leg and then the other, bringing some dynamic movement to the body. Just notice what's going on with the neck. Is it tight? Is it soft? Maybe nod the head yes and no a few times. Think about that length through the spine before the length through the legs. Good, pause and come to stillness. Last time, coming through to our plank. Pause here. Good. Squeeze the right glutes, float the right leg up. Right knee comes to the outside of the right elbow and back, keep it hovering. Right knee nose and back. Good, hover, right knee left elbow and back and hover and then down. Squeeze the left glute, float it up. Left knee left elbow and back. Left knee nose and back. Left knee right elbow and back. Release down, bring the knees down as we exhale, lower all the way down. Tops of the feet, pubic bone press down, squeeze the glutes as we inhale, come to our cobra. Keep the elbows in, chest draws through. Maybe come a little bit higher this time, but we don't want all of the weight and the support in the hands. We want the back to be doing the work here. Exhale to release down. Inhale, coming onto our knees, tuck the toes, exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale here, and exhale. Inhale, come high on the tiptoes. Exhale, soften the heels down. One more. Inhale, come high on the tiptoes. Exhale. Good. Focusing on the right side. Squeeze the right glute, flex the right foot and hover it off of the mat. With your glute strength only, start to lift that right leg into the air as high as you can without the hips opening or without the lower back taking over. Exhale, draw the right knee in towards the nose. Squeeze the thighs close as you can to the chest. Stack the shoulders over the wrists. Flex the right foot. Lightly step the right foot to the top of the mat. Release the left knee down. Pause here. Find your base, find your stability. Right foot presses down. Right knee is over the ankle. Imagine you're dragging the right heel back and the left knee forward. So we're isometrically contracting through the inner thighs. Squeeze the tummy, Squeeze the glutes. As we inhale, float the arms up overhead. So the tummy, use the core to find that length through the spine. Good. Active through the arms, the fingers. Take another inhale here. Exhale, twist and open towards the right. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist and open to the right. Inhale, center, use the tummy. Exhale, twist and open. Inhale, center. Exhale, release the hands down next to the right foot. Press the feet down, squeeze the glutes, lift the left knee. So just be mindful we're not collapsing through the hips here. Integrity, strength. So lift through the thighs, squeeze the glutes. Grab the left hand, either the fingertips or come to. You can use your block if you want to. Good. Find that length through the spine. Inhale, peel the right arm open. Exhale, release it down. Imagine it's like a bow and arrow. So inhale, you drag that right arm open. Exhale, release. Last time. Exhale, release. Good. This time, find the hands to the mat. Squeeze the inner thighs, squeeze the glutes. As we inhale, float up to our high lunge. Maybe narrow the stance just a little bit. Right knee over the ankle, nice and strong through this left leg. Squeeze the glutes, press up, suck everything into the midline. Inhale here. Exhale, twist and open to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, squeeze the tummy, twist and open. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist and open. Inhale, center. Exhale, bring the hands through heart center, transitioning to our warrior three, Vera three. So load up the right leg, squeeze the glutes, lightly float that left leg off. So before we come anywhere, think about this right leg, nice and stable. Squeeze the glutes, ground the foot down, lift through the front thigh. Okay, then bring your awareness to the left. Is the left hip opening or is the pelvis neutral? Flex the left foot, lift through the left thigh and squeeze the glutes. Then bring the arms down beside you. Almost think cobra with the shoulders. So we're broadening through the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades. Good. As we inhale, soften the right knee, draw the left knee through, reach the arms up, squeeze the tummy. Exhale, twist and open towards the left. Good. Squeeze the tummy, flex the left foot. Inhale, center. Exhale, coming back to a warrior three. Good. So imagine you're moving through treacle really slowly with muscular engagement. Good. Inhale, draw that left leg through. Hug the thighs high as you can towards the torso. Flexing the foot. As we exhale, twist open to the left. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, coming through our warrior three. Strong stability, what's going on with that right leg? Good. Inhale, left leg draws through. Exhale, twist and open towards the left. Good. Inhale to come to center. Release the hands to the hips. Good. Flex the left foot. I'm going to face you now. Hug that left thigh as close as you can towards the torso without your upper body either coming forwards or back. Okay, so stay solid through the tummy. Now take the hands, interlace around the left shin. Draw that left thigh even deeper with your muscular strength. Squeeze the right glutes, flex the left foot. Stay exactly where you are. Draw the tummy in a little bit more. Release the grip. Can we hold that left leg a little bit higher? Find that point to focus on. Shaking is good here. Breathing. Good. Then release the left leg down and bring a little bit of movement. Well done. Okay, so coming to the top of the mat again. Bring the hands through heart center. We're going to come through a flow. So inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Maybe come to a baby back bend. But as we exhale, really focus on the smoothness, the engagement as we fold down. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the tummy, lift through the front thighs. Inner thighs draw together as we fold down, moving through treacle. Good. Ground the hands either to the shins or the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Squeeze the glutes, hip flexors activate. Good, chest draws through. Exhale, squeeze everything as we fold down. Either step back to plank or hop back chaturanga, but with bent elbows, landing nice and lightly, halfway down. Good. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Cobra or downward facing dog. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Bring your awareness to the left. Squeeze the left glute, flex the left foot. Glute strength, only lift that left leg up into the air. Try to avoid the back taking over. Exhale, left knee in towards the nose. Hug the thighs close as you can. Flex the left foot, lightly step the left foot forwards. Release the right knee down. Good, pausing here. Squeeze the inner thighs. Nice, ground down through the left leg. Drag the left heel back. Isometrically, drag the right knee forward. Squeeze the tummy, inhale. So we've got our strength through the lower body, our base, our foundation. Tummy draws it in. Good, inhale here. Exhale, twist and open to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, squeeze the tummy as we twist and open. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist and open. Well done. Inhale, center. Exhale, release the hands down. Maybe take the block. Press the feet down. Squeeze inner thighs as we lift that right leg up. Good. Inhale, that bow and arrow as we lift the left arm. Try to avoid collapsing the torso. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Good. Ground the hands, squeeze the inner thighs. Press the feet down, glutes are active. Suck the tummy in. Inhale, come up to our high lunge. Maybe shorten the stance a little bit. So the left knee's roughly over the ankle. Use the torso to find that length. This is our inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Scissor the inner thighs, squeeze the glutes. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist open. Good, tummy draws in. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands come through. As we load that left leg, squeeze the tummy, squeeze the glutes. Float up to our Vira 3. Viramadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Okay, so before we think about this floating leg, bring the awareness to the left leg. Squeeze the glutes, lift the front thigh, press the foot down. Tummy draws in, right hip now. Slightly internally rotate the right hip. Squeeze the glutes, flex the foot, then bring the arms to stand beside you. Think about that cobra. Good. Inhale, soften the left knee as we draw that right leg through. Hug the thigh as high as we can towards the torso. Exhale, twist and open to the right. Inhale, left leg is stable. Soften into the left knee, send that right leg back. Move slowly with control. Keep the tummy drawing in. Good. Inhale. Exhale, open to the right. Good. Inhale, center. Hug the thigh in. Exhale. Squeeze the tummy and turning, rotate the right hip. Inhale. Exhale, twist open to the right. Good. Inhale. Now, bring the hands to your hips. Hug that right thigh as close as you can towards the torso. Flex the right foot. Squeeze the tummy. Hug it in, hug it in, hug it in. Then take the hands, interlace the hands around the right shin. Draw that right knee in a little bit deeper. Good. Keep the tummy nice and active. Length through the spine. This left leg is solid. Okay. Stay exactly where you are with your torso, nice and strong. Then start to release the grip. Can we keep that right leg up into that deeper range, that new range? Good. Then release the right leg down and bring a little bit of movement to the hips. Well done. Okay, so coming back to the top of the mat, coming through our flow, bring the hands to our heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge down. Use the glutes, use the hip flexors. Good, folding down. Inhale, halfway lift. Moving with that strength through the lower body and that control through the core. Exhale, step back plank, hop that chaturanga. Then elbows. Inhale, back bend of your choice, either cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, and taking a little pause here before we start the next sequence. Taking on some water, having a little pause in child's pose. Good. Okay, so just taking 2 more breaths here, and then we'll come back to downward facing dog. Okay, so when we're ready, you can always come back sooner if you want to, but let's all meet in down dog. Okay, so for my downward facing dog, take a deep inhale and exhale, and inhale. At the bottom of the exhale, walk, step, float lightly to the top of the mat. As we inhale, squeeze the glutes, the hip flexors as we come to our halfway lift. Exhale to fold down. Inhale, come all the way up, find that length. Exhale, release the hands through heart center. Good. So this is when we might need your strap. So I'm going to guide you through with the strap, and I'll change my position so you can see what it's going to look like. But coming into more of our hip flexor strength, our glute strength, working on our hips. Okay, so bring the strap around the neck, grow tall, ground down through the left leg, and then think about this being our anchor, our rooting down. So this stays strong, and this left leg is a leg that I'd like you to focus on rather than the right. Okay, so ground down, draw the tummy in, start to hug the right knee in towards the chest, okay? So flex the right foot, again staying tall, not hinging at the hips, not bringing the weight back, staying nice and upright. Tummy draws in, hug that right thigh as close as you can. Good, so from here, you can either reach forward, take hold of the sole of the foot, or reach your strap. So what we want here is the rounding through the spine. Hug the thigh as close as we can towards the torso, okay? Then from here, what's going on with the left leg? Squeeze the glutes, stay nice and solid. Then start to lengthen the right leg out. Flexing the foot, keep that spine rounding to start with. Soften the shoulders, and then start to find that length through the spine. Good. Squeeze the glutes. Flex the right foot. Nice. Rebend that right knee. Bring the torso up. Good. Bring the strap or your foot into the right hand. So if you've got the hand down, take hold of the big toe. Left arm comes out to the side. Then open the right knee out. Imagine you've got like a frog's leg here. Again, check with the left leg what's going on. Stable here. Either stay here, or you can start to lift that right leg up, finding that length. Keep strong though, lift through the front thigh, torso is active, press through the right heel. Good, breathing. Well done. Then rebend that right knee, bring it to center. Release the strap, hold the right knee where it is. Good. Hands to your hips. Then start to kick that right leg out. Extending the knee, keeping your torso nice and active. Keep that leg up. Shaking will happen. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Sometimes as well you might get cramp. Try not to worry about it. It's just neurological confusion as we're activating into the hips. So if you cramped, it's perfectly normal. Okay, so then bring that movement to the legs. Okay, so coming to the left, so taking your strap back. Good, ground down through the right foot. So squeeze the glutes, lift through the front thigh, tummy active. Hands to the hips as we float that left leg up. Flex the toes. Good. Use your hip flexor strength here. Then either take the hands or the strap around the ball of the foot. Bring that curvature to the spine. Hug the knee, hug the thighs close as you can towards that torso. Good. Find a still point to focus on. Then lengthen that left leg. Don't do anything with the spine yet, so keep that curvature. Flex the left foot, scissor the inner thighs. Now start to draw that chest through as we find that length through the spine. Good, breathing here. Tummy is nice and active. Good. We bend the left knee, coming all the way up. Bring the left strap, the strap to the left hand, right arm comes out. Coming to our frog's leg to the left. Either pause here or start to find that length through the left leg. Torso stays solid. Good. Squeeze the tummy, squeeze the glutes. Nice and active through the whole of the body. Good. We bend into that left knee. Release the strap as we bring that leg through. Good. Hug the thigh in, squeeze the tummy, hands to the hips. Lengthen that left leg out. Keep it as hard as you can. Nice and active. Flex the left foot. Make sure we're not hinging at the hips or the backs, or we're taking the torso back. 5, 4, keep it up. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Release it down. Give the legs a little shimmy side to side. Good. Okay, so we're going to come into our chair twists and then our side crows. So let's come to our chair to start with. So feet hip width distance apart, or big toes can be touching, slightly parting the ankles. As we inhale, bend the knees, send the hips back, weight comes into the heels, tummy draws in. Good. Options to keep the arms in line with the shoulders if you've got any shoulder issues going on, or you can reach the arms up overhead. But there will be some natural curvature of the lower back, but just try not to do like a Jemima pole duck bum. So squeeze everything in a little bit more. Good. Nice and active through the core. Lift through the inner thighs. Good. Just make sure that the knees, we can see the toes over the knees. Bring the arms behind you. Squeeze the elbows together. Inhale, lift the arms as we come high onto our tiptoes. Squeeze the inner thighs. If this isn't comfortable, please keep the heels down. This is just optional. Exhale, release the heels, arms come down beside you. Good. Inhale, think about that glute strength and that tummy strength. Fire everything up. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. This time, keep the arms up, release the heels down. Bring the hands to your heart center. Send the bum down. Twist to the right without the hips coming out. So often what can happen is we twist, the hips come out like this. So keep everything towards midline. Hook the left elbow over the right knee. Bring the palms to touch. Good. So squeeze inner thighs together to keep the activation. Nice. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right, no, to the left. Right elbow, left leg. Good. Just make sure that the inner thighs are nice and active. Glutes are active. Lower the hips. Good. Come back to center. Pause in your chair. Can we sit a little bit low? Really load those legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up. Release the hands and give the legs a good shake. Well done. Okay. So coming to our side crow, what we're going to do is start from our twisted chair. So inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Come to our chair pose. Bring the hands through heart center. Good. Then find your twist to the right. Then start to send the hips down, bend deeper into the knees as the heels lift up, coming to a little squat. Listen to the knees here. Good. You can either stay here if you want to play around with your side crow. Bring the hands to the right hand side, roughly shoulder width distance. Spread the fingers nice and wide so we've got a solid base. Then we're going to use the backs of the arms as like a ledge to rest this right leg on. Okay, so the right knee, or the right outer knee, comes to the back of the left arm. The right hip comes to the back of the right arm. So imagine your legs are one. Squeeze them together. Okay, so find that those bent elbows, chaturanga arms. So draw the elbows in, bend into the elbows. Find that ledge for your right leg to rest on. Then you might play around with bringing the weight slightly further forwards. Maybe lift the legs. Squeeze the tummy, squeeze the thighs, gaze slightly forward. Playing around with maybe lengthening the legs out. Good. Lengthening one leg. Good. Keep squeezing the tummy, squeeze the arms, and then coming out when you're ready. So it's all about having that playtime, but thinking about, rather than think about the end pose, thinking about the setup. So find your twist, find that ledge for the legs, squeeze the legs together, squeeze the tummy, elbows in. Then don't think about the end pose, think about just that weight tipping over to find that balance point, keeping it strong. And then the legs actually, the feet naturally lift up. It's like our inversions as well, like our headstands and our normal crow. Once you've got that tipping point and the balance and that strength through the core, the legs do float up. Okay, so let's come to the other side. So ground down through the feet, coming back into our chair. Good, find that twist to the left. Hook the elbow. Send the hips down as we lift through the heels, coming to our tiptoes, either staying here or coming into our side crow this side. So ground the hands roughly shoulder width, spread the fingers nice and wide. Then find that ledge, so the outside of the left hip comes to the left upper arm, right, a left knee, right upper arm. Find that base. Good, squeeze the tummy, squeeze the legs. Elbows in. Good, maybe play around with lengthening one leg, both legs. Good, and then coming out when you've played around. So any of these arm balances, it's a lot of upper body strength, so the backs of the arms, which is why we do our triceps, press ups, but also the core as well. Okay, so once you've finished, coming up to standing, we're going to come to the top of the mat for our last flow. So bring the hands to your heart center, lift the arms up overhead, exhale, fold down to your forward fold. Good, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back plank, hop that chaturanga, tummy active, upper arms active. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, coming forwards to plank. We're going to lower down to our tummies for count of 5. So either lower through full plank or lower with the knees down. So when we're ready, before we go anywhere, think about that strength through the legs, the tummy, the glutes, and the shoulders. So when we're ready, let's go. Elbows in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Create a pillow with one hand on top of the other, bringing the forehead down. Soften the hips, the legs. Good. We're going to come into our not reverse crunch, I don't know what it's called, but our back extension. Okay, so bring the legs either together, squeeze the glutes, or bring the feet roughly hip width distance apart, if that's better for your lower back. And then bring the forehead down and imagine you're cupping the ears with the hands. Squeeze the glutes, press the tops of the feet down. Imagine you're drawing your elbows back, so there's a gentle squeeze of the shoulder blades. Good. As we exhale, so take an inhale. Exhale, squeeze as we lift the upper body off. Squeeze the chest, back, shoulders draw together, squeeze the glutes, press the pubic bone down. Good, and release on the inhale. Exhale, squeezes everything. Inhale to release, so getting that back straight. Keep the chin tucked. So it's all our back doing this and our tummy is active. Good. So going as high or as low as feels right for you. 2 more. Last one, and hold. 3, 2, 1. Release down. Now form a pillow with the other hand on top. Rest the forehead, soften the hips, soften the legs. Good. Allow everything to soften down. Allow the heart rate to slow down. Good. 2 more breaths here. Nice. And then bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, pressing up onto our knees. We're going to come to a restorative child's pose. So bring the legs together, come to sit onto the heels to start with, and then hinging forwards, bring the arms down beside you as the forehead comes down. So really lovely for the lower back here, the shoulders. You can also roll over the forehead if that feels nice. Good, soften any tension in the neck. 2 more breaths here. Good. And then bring the hands underneath you as we press ourselves up. Roll to one hip, making sure that we've got the strap close to us. And then we're going to come down onto our back. So when we're ready, coming all the way down. Unless you're desperate to do a roll down for a little bit more core work. But once we get down, lengthen the legs, reach the arms up overhead. Find that full body stretch. Good. Then hug the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. Bring the forehead up to meet the knees. Squeeze yourself into a tiny, tiny ball. Good, and then release. Well done. Okay, so bringing the legs down. Lengthen the left leg along the mat. Hug the right knee in and take the strap around the ball of the right foot. And then lengthen the right leg up. Okay, so flex the foot. We want to stay nice and soft though through the upper body. So soften the shoulders. Have as much length in the strap that the elbows can be down onto the mat. And then the left leg can either be soft or it can be active. Up to you with whatever feels better for you. And then just breathe into the back of the right leg. So wherever you're feeling an opening, we'll all feel it in different places, wherever you're feeling a stretch. Good. Maybe bring the forehead up to meet the knee. That can feel quite nice. Good, release it down. And then take the strap into the left hand. Use the right hand along the right hip crease to press the heel down. And then draw the right leg across. So we don't want to lift the hip and come all the way into a twist. We want to target the outer right hip. But you can play around with the position of the leg. So you can take the leg further away from you or closer towards you. But keep that right hip down. So we're just focusing in the right leg here. Flex the foot. Good. So we've done a lot of strength work within the hips today. So just easing out, finding that space. Good. Come back to centre. Bend into the right knee, release the right leg and change sides. So lengthen the right leg, draw the left knee in. Good. Find that position, soften the shoulders. Good, flex through that left foot. Breathe into the left leg wherever you're feeling the stretch. Maybe take the head up to meet the knee. Draw the chin in towards the chest. Good, then release the head, neck down. Take the strap into the right hand as we take the left thumb to the left hip crease. Allow the left leg to come across, but again, we don't want to come into that twist yet. We just want to keep the focus on the left outer hip, the left outer knee, but we can keep the left foot nice and flexed. If we want to go deeper, draw the left leg closer towards the face. If it's too intense, then release the left leg away from you. Good. Two more breaths here. Nice. And then bring that left leg back to center. Release the left foot down. And then take the strap to the side. Bend into both knees and then bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to open out to the side. So just soften through the inner thighs here. Arms can either be down beside you, or I quite like taking my arms up overhead, catching hold of opposite elbows, and just allow everything to slow down as we're finding that space through the inner thighs. Good. Not forcing here, just allow gravity to draw the legs down. So passive in this pose rather than active. Good. Two more breaths here. And then squeeze the tummy as we bring the knees back up to center. Good. And then we're going to take the right ankle over the left thigh and shift the hips slightly excuse me. Shift the hips slightly to the right and allow the legs over to the left. So we've got a twist here, but also we've got an optional hip opener. So if you want to just stay on the twist, just pause. If you want to go a little bit deeper through the hips, hug the left knee higher up, bringing the left knee roughly to a right angle. Draw the right foot in slightly and encourage the right knee up towards the ceiling. Listen to the knees here. If you've got anything going on in the knees, this can be quite a lot. So just, if it doesn't feel right, you're feeling any twinging or pulling, please don't come into this hip opener. And then arms can either be goal posted or lengthened out. Good. And just soften everything here. Soften the eyes, the jaw. Good. One more breath here. That's it. And then bring the legs back to center. Cross the right ankle. And then bring the hips back to center, in the center of the mat, and then take the left ankle over the right thigh. Shift the hips slightly to the right, and then allow the legs over to, hips to the left. Oh my goodness, sorry, left and right today is an issue. Draw the right knee up towards the face if you want to come into that hip opener. Left knee towards the ceiling. Good, and just slowing everything down. Good, breathing here. Breathe into wherever you're feeling it. Good, one more breath. And then bringing the legs back to center. Release the left leg, bring the hips back into the middle of the mat, and then hug the knees in. Give yourself a big hug. Maybe take a little rock side to side, and then come to stillness. Maybe bring the forehead up. Squeeze yourself into a tiny little ball if this feels nice for you. Good. And then when we're ready, coming into Shavasana. So either lengthen the legs out, but make sure that there's a bit of a gap between the legs so that the legs can fully soften. The arms down beside you, palms facing up. If you'd rather create more space in the lower back, you can also bend the knees. This is quite nice. And you can bring the feet mats with distance, allow the knees coming into constructive resting pose. Or if you're next to a wall and you like taking the legs up the wall, then you can take the legs up the wall as well. And then just allow the body to soften. So find this time for yourself, allow the body to just be. Paying particular attention to the neck, the shoulders, the hips, all areas we often hold a lot of tension in. So just allow these areas to soften. And then close the eyes, slightly part the teeth, part the lips. Good. And allow yourself to drift off. So give yourself that permission to surrender. Allow the body to just be still. Here. And at ease. your mind wanders, no, it's perfectly normal, but try not to attach yourself to whatever thoughts are coming up. Unhook the attachment and then come back to wherever you are on your mat space. So slowly start to bring your awareness back into the room, back into the physical body. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Then as you exhale, sigh it through the mouth. Again, in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One last time, in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Then start to bring gentle movements to the fingers, the toes, rotating the wrists and the ankles as we bring movement back slowly. And then when you're ready, you reach the arms up overhead, giving yourself that lovely full body stretch as if you would in the morning, finding as much length within the body as you can. And then hug the knees in towards the chest, giving yourself a big hug and thanking yourself for dedicating this time, this self-care to yourself. And then slowly roll to one side with the eyes closed, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seated position, either cross-legged or kneeling. Good. And then bring the hands to your heart center. Take the hands to the crown of the head for kind thoughts and positivity. Bring the hands to the lips for kind words and honesty. And then your hands to the heart center for love and compassion to yourself and all other beings. As always, thank you so much for joining me this morning. Have a lovely weekend. Namaste.